What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is July 4th of 2022, which means it's also Independence Day here in the United States. And to celebrate the holiday, I will once again be reviewing a beer from the Stone Brewing Company, and they are out of both Escondido, California and Richmond, Virginia. And this is their Enjoy By 7-4-22 Tangerine and Pineapple IPA. So they are calling this one an ale with tangerine and pineapple. Comes in at 9% alcohol by volume, 90 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just over 1 month old. So to celebrate Independence Day, the 4th of July here in the US, I thought I would review this one. Why? Because they say to drink it by Independence Day, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, the Enjoy By series has been going strong for many, many years. I've had numerous different versions of it, and I haven't had one in a while. I have not reviewed one on the channel, believe it or not, in over 4 years. So when I saw this one, I was like, you know what? Got to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Has to be done. So this one is brewed with Tangerine and Pineapple IPA, or brewed with Tangerine and Pineapple, and they're calling it IPA even though it's Double IPA. They just say ale, but it's Double IPA. And they're using for the hops Simcoe, I believe it's Simcoe, Mosaic, Magnum, and Citra hops. So I'm hoping this is delicious. We will see. Anyway, crack it open, get into the glass, see what we got going on here. So I don't know if this is going to be hazy or, you know, kind of like looking like an old school beer or whatnot, but it's kind of looking kind of in between, like a little bit of an old school look with some haziness to some degree. Yeah, so it has that burnt orange kind of old school kind of look to it, but it's hazy instead of like crystal clear. So it's like an old school West Coast style double IPA, just a hazy version of it. Has about a 2.5, 3 finger of this off-white, almost cream-colored looking head. Some bigger bubbles, more soap sudsy looking than super creamy, but that looks like what I expected it to look like. Maybe a bit darker than I anticipated, but whatever. Here we go. Okay. So this is just over a month old. I'm reviewing this in late June. Again, you'll see this on July 4th. Okay, as it's opening up, I'm getting tangerine, and I'm getting like a slight like acidic tangerine, like a acidic like citrus kind of thing going on. Not a huge pineapple blast in the nose. I would say more like tangerine, but instead of pineapple, I'm getting like peach, mango, apricot, stone fruits. A little bit of like a bready caramel base thing going on. A big like resinous bite to the hops. It's like slightly earthy and then like a pine resin as well. Yeah, it smells pretty good. It smells like old school with a little bit of new school influence. I've had a lot of those beers lately. That's kind of what's happening right now. It smells really good though. 9%, I cannot detect it on the nose. 90 IBUs would indicate it's going to be a bigger, more bitter beer, but a lot of times I've had 90 IBU beers that drink like 20 and vice versa, so we'll see. Anyway, if you are in the US, happy Independence Day. If you're not, I appreciate you still being here and checking out another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. Let's get into it. Cheers. It's real nice, real solid. One thing I'm getting a little bit more of the pineapple in the taste. It definitely has that tropical, fruity type of thing going on. Body and mouthfeel. We'll go first. Body in this is like higher side of medium, lower side of full. Pretty big for 9%. You know, it's not like thick and syrupy, but appropriate for a 9% double IPA, or as they say, ale. The mouthfeel, it has a slight like smoothness to it. Slight smooth like soft kind of profile, but it definitely is carbonated, but it's not overly so. So the difference between this and like an old school West Coast style double IPA or even old school American double IPA, it's not as crisp on the palate, but the body and mouthfeel are really nice. The taste, 9%, I'll say this, I usually wait to that, 9%. I can't, there's no booziness on the palate. A little warming in the chest, but this is not astringent whatsoever on the palate, so really welcome that, you know, the alcohol is well hidden. The taste, I'm getting more like citrus, grapefruit, orange, tangerine, but I'm getting more of those vibes of the hop as opposed to the actual tangerine in here. It has like the whole fruit. You're getting a little bit of like a pithiness to it, a little bit of like a zestiness to it, but also a juiciness right up front. As it passes through the palate, there's a little bit of an acidic bite, probably coming from the tangerine use. Then I'm getting a peach, a slight pineapple, more tropical vibe in the taste. Like I said, it's midway through the palate. On the back end, this bitters out. This is moderately bitter. This is not overly bitter. It has a moderate bitterness to it. And it has like this pine resin, earthy, floral kind of bitterness. So it actually has a distinct bitterness to it as just a generic bitterness. It's floral, it's earthy, pine, kind of in the back of the palate. This finish is almost full on dry. This is not overly sweet. First half of the palate, pretty sweet, more fruity. Back of the palate, quite dry and bitter. So it's a very balanced beer. I would say, if anything, this leans more bitter and dry, which a lot of people nowadays are clamoring for that because we have so many hazy beers that are quite sweet. So it's good to drink something like this from time to time and kind of remember where IPAs were at some point. And I'll be honest, when it comes to hazies nowadays, the New England style, or if you just call it hazy, I want a balance. I'm sick of hazies that are super overly sweet. Like, I want a nice sweetness balanced out with a semi-dry finish and like a moderate bitterness. That's my jam more often than not. And this leans more balanced than a lot of hazies. So this doesn't lean too far to like the old school West Coast and double IPA, old school American double IPAs. This is like kind of the best of both worlds. Really nice overall balance to the beer. This is really nice. I'm not getting a ton of the tangerine and pineapple. I don't know if that's just like, now I say that. This is why I am terrible at what I do. I just said that, and right at the tip of the tongue, I got like a pineapple juice pop. Why? I have no idea. I've drank half of the fucking can, and then all of a sudden it just happens. I feel as the beer opens up, you take more sips, things come to the forefront. But yeah, the pineapple, the tangerine and the pineapple aren't overdone, which I think is nice. I think I'm getting the acidity from the tangerine. The pineapple just gave me a little like pineapple juice, but it's not overdone. I think that's kind of what they're going for here. This is better than I thought it was going to be. And I didn't think it was going to be bad or anything, because I still think it still makes damn fine beer. But I didn't know how it was going to work, and I think this works extremely well. I'm not going to go crazy high on the score, but it's fucking really good. So if you see this one, don't pick it up, because they say enjoy by July 4th of 2022, and you'll see this on July 4th. So unless you're going to go out and buy it today, which a lot of places either close early or aren't open on July 4th here in the US, don't pick this up on July 5th. It's done. It's a drain pour. Well, why would you drink this on July 5th? Now, if you see this one and it's within probably a month of the date, I would definitely pick this up. This probably can last for up to 3 months, I would assume. Old school IPAs last a little. They're a little less fragile than the new school hazies. But yeah, the Stone Enjoy by 7/4/22 Tangerine and Pineapple IPA. I'm going to give this a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.2 out of 5. I really like the base beer here. I think they did a great job with it. And then you're getting, I think that tangerine and pineapple is more accentuating the base flavors as opposed to dominating. And I think that's why I enjoy it. I think if the tangerine and pineapple maybe were punching me in the face, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much. Who knows? All I know is the 4.2 out of 5. Price point and availability. Price point, I paid like $3.09 for that can. I want to say, not positive, but I think 6 packs in my area were like $17.99, maybe $16.99. So $17, $18 a 6-pack. You're talking 9% beer. You're talking a 6-pack of it. For $17, $18 a pop, that's not bad when you're considering that some 6.5%, 7% hazy IPAs are $18 a 4-pack. So the price point's fine. And especially considering, and we'll just go off on a tangent, whatever. It's Independence Day. If this is a 12, 13-minute review, enjoy it, or don't. Click off on it 3 minutes in, and who cares? But these beers used to be, these Enjoy Buys in big bombers, and they'd be like $10 for a 22-ounce bomber. The fact I paid $3 for a 12-ounce can, and if you were to up this to a 22-ounce bottle, you're probably talking like $5.50 to like $5.75 for a 22-ounce bomber if they had them. Back literally 7-8 years ago, they were like $8.99, $9.99 for a 22-ounce bomber. So the fact they're in 12-ounce cans now helps us out, the consumers, because they're not crazy. I always say bombers are the biggest ripoff when it comes to craft beer. And when you see something like this and remember what it used to cost for a big bomber, and then you start doing the math, $3 for a 12-ounce can of a 9% beer is pretty good value, in my opinion. Availability, wherever you see Stone, you probably should have saw this one, especially with the holiday coming up. Now, after July 4th, I have no idea if you'll see this one. This will probably still be hanging out on shelves. They talk about enjoy by. They're saying enjoy by that day because they want you to drink it as fresh as possible. But at the end of the day, if you enjoy this one in mid or late July or even early August, I still think you'll have a great experience. It's just they recommend to drink it. I think they give 5 weeks or so, or maybe like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 6 weeks. I think they give 6 weeks on these beers. I think it's like, maybe not, maybe it's 5 weeks. I don't know, whatever. They give 5 or 6 weeks, and that's their recommendation. So anyway, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. If you've had other Enjoy buys, what's your favorite within the series? Post in the comment section, let me know. Hopefully everybody out there in the U.S. is having a great 4th of July and spending it with family and friends. And if you're not, I still hope you're having a great day as well. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Like I said, 9%. Not here, dog. Till the next one. Cheers.